Hello, people out there, and welcome back to a fresh new season of your favorite podcast, Seek Your Purpose. A new year, a new season, a fresh perspective of viewing life from an all new angle, and you're seeking deep, tired inspiration from even the minutest creature we are being surrounded by. Welcome and welcome back to the show. This is your host for the show, Mayank Sehra. So, if you're listening to me for the very first time and you discover the podcast just like that, then I welcome you on board, and I'm sure you'll be having an amazing time over here. So tap the follow button to follow the show on the app you're listening to never ever miss out an episode the time we upload it. And if you're a regular listener and love the content I've produced till date, then please open Apple Podcasts and Spotify, rate the show a 5-star rating, drop in your reviews, and let us grow organically by reaching out to the maximum of such purpose seekers that we have around us. So excited to hear the next episode? So am I. So let's kickstart the episode. Here we go. As a child, I always dreamed of having a shelf filled with awards, trophies, certificates, medals, and shields. I earned to earn and display them for my own satisfaction. While I didn't have many accolades until the age of 29, I stumbled upon the idea of participating in running events. The prospect of collecting medals while staying fit excited me, and so I decided to run the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon in 2022. Thus began my journey of running. So initially aimed at shedding those extra weight, but eventually transforming into something I thoroughly enjoyed. Consistency and persistence kept me going, with efforts yielding results in an unending loop of success. From my first 5K event in August 23 to completing my first 21K, which is a half marathon in the recently concluded Tuffman Delhi Half Marathon on 11th of August 2024, I've come a long way in my running journey. So as I immersed myself in the world of running, I came to realize the importance of embracing sports in our lives. Whether indoor or outdoor, any sport can enrich our life and connect us to the beauty of imperfection. I encourage everyone to find joy in the process and adopt a sport that resonates with them, because it's a lifelong gift to oneself. So throughout the last few months, I have been participating in running events, but I have been sticking to a 10 kilometers distance. Recently, I've realized that I need to take it slow and focus on gradually increasing my distances. That's why I decided to sign up for the Tuffman Delhi Half Marathon, and I've seen the enthusiasm for Tuffman events and the quality of merchandise that they provide, so I knew it was a perfect event for me. So as I prepared for the big day, I broke down the 21K distance into 6 smaller milestones, such as 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 15, 18, and 21K being the ultimate goal. So it was a daunting task, but an exciting one for me. So on the morning of August 11, 2024, as I got ready for the race, I felt a mix of nerves and determination. I reminded myself that simply showing up for the event was already a significant achievement. To make the day even more memorable, I took a shower before heading to the race to feel fresh and positive. As I arrived at the starting line, I was surrounded by thousands of other runners who shared the same passion and dedication. I could feel a range of emotions in the air: fear, anxiety, passion, and most importantly, happiness. It was inspiring to see everyone working toward their own personal improvement. So at 5 a.m. the race began, and I joined the rush, determined to maintain a steady pace and achieve my personal best. The first few kilometers were shrouded in darkness, but when the sun rose, its first rays filled me with an indescribable energy. As I hit my stride and I achieved personal best in the 5K and the 6K segments, I was feeling excited and optimistic. However, soon my pace began to falter and I started to keep going. Despite the intense humidity and physical challenges, I refused to give up, pushing past my limits with every single step. So although I initially considered settling for a 10K medal, but I made a promise to myself to complete the 21 kilometers race, and I was determined to keep it. The following kilometers tested my mental and physical endurance, but with perseverance and encouragement from fellow runners, I dug deep and pushed through the exhaustion and cramps. So as someone beautifully said, it's all there in your mind. So for the next 6 kilometers and so on, it was a constant battle within me. Stop, start, run, jog, walk, hydrate, electrolytes, and sheer endurance, and a bit of pain of new shoes. So I recently bought A6 Gel Kino 30, and I'm loving them. It was tough, demanding, exhausting, breathless. I just kept moving forward with a single image in my mind of howling my heart out post reaching the finishing line. I just wanted to sit, endure the pain, and truly immerse myself amid the emotions I was going through. With this thought, the finishing line was in my sight. I was able to see it properly. I was taking big, bold steps toward the finish line. All the pain, all the sweat, and all the exhausting attitude was gone. I was inching slowly and steadily towards the red finishing line, and finally, I stepped onto that last timing mat, crossed the finish line, and ended up fighting within myself over the last 2 hours and 50 minutes. The run was done. But not just this. There are amazing takeaways, amazing moments that I had encountered during those 2 hours and 50 minutes journey of mine. I wanted to share some of these with you, and I hope these will inspire you and make you a better human. The first one. So during a tough run, a coach from one of the running groups showed incredible kindness by offering me and other runners glucose biscuits. Despite the pain and exhaustion, he tapped us on the back, handed us a biscuit, and then continued to offer the rest to the others. It was a beautiful display of camaraderie. The second one. There were these incredible fellow runners who were spreading motivation and positivity by offering free high fives to everyone. So during my challenging kilometers in between, a fellow runner coming from the opposite direction offered me a high five, but I was too caught up in my own thoughts that I didn't even notice to reciprocate him. Oh my god. So looking back, I wish I had been more present in the moment and given him a high five. Number 3. I saw many couples running together. So if one of them slows down or takes a break to catch up their breath, the other partner joins in. I named such couple as power couples, and I wish to have one shortly. The fourth one. It's incredible how people instinctively love to strike a pose while running. Even as I struggle to keep up the pace, the sight of a photographer would instantly fill me with joy and a childlike eagerness to show off myself in action. The next one. As I neared the finish line, I was overwhelmed by pain, fatigue, and sweat. Lost in my own world, I forgot to smile. Then a bearded stranger approached me and urged me to smile and said, "You deserve this, buddy. Smile." It was a small gesture that gave me a huge boost and reminded me of the power of simply patting on the back. Next, upon crossing the finishing line of my race, my heart and mind sought a familiar face or a family member to hug and cry. I longed to release my emotions after completing my first ever half marathon, regardless of pace, timing, or finishing spot. The feeling of accomplishment was truly special. Next, I was drenched in sweat and enduring pain. I sat among fellow runners, lost in my own thoughts and recalling the journey I had just completed. How did I manage to conquer my first ever attempt? I simply closed my eyes and reflected on the past 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I could easily see the entire happenings in a one side. Next, I was thrilled to see an office colleague and their family at the event, knowing that my experiences had inspired them to participate. Together, we captured timeless moments through photographs. So, the 2 hours 50 minutes run concluded with numerous highs and valuable lessons. reflecting on what worked well and where there is a room for improvement is essential before I head on to the much anticipated Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon on 20th of October 2024. With this, I would also like to share an amazing insight. I was there at the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon last year as well, where I ran just 4.5 kilometers. It was a great Delhi run or a walk kind of scene, but I ran. And somehow I missed the 10 kilometers ballot. I missed that ballot and I ended up signing for the 4.5 kilometer. So I went there early in the morning. I saw the vibes of Delhiites and all the people from across India gathered over there. And it was an amazing scene of camaraderie and sportsmanship that I saw over there. And there I made a pact to myself that Mayank, next year I'll return to the same line, to the same spot, but competing in at 21 kilometers. And the day has arrived. It's on 20th of October 2024. I hope I make it this time. So, documenting this journey, it serves as a powerful reminder of the progress made in pursuing fitness and embracing running as a lifelong endeavor. This podcast episode is intended to be a source of motivation and a reminder for moments of self-doubt and improvement. For both myself and the amazing set of listeners who are listening to this episode right now. Cheers and have a lovely evening. So, that's what I've got for you in today's episode. An episode which was duly created with love, hope, faith, passion, compassion, and a sense of gentle reminder to tap upon. So if you feel connected with my perspective at any point of time, then drop in your comments on the podcast app you're listening to. You can even drop me a mail at officialseekyourpurpose@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram, Facebook or LinkedIn at MAYANKSEHRA. That is Mayank Sehra. So I'll be looking forward to your messages. So hey self, happy 30s. So let's create a life which we're extremely proud of creating, living, and thus giving it back to the society in the most genuine way. Cheers. I'll see you in the next episode.